I got a request for more of my spinning, get dizzy, and fall down kind of introduction, so let's see how this one goes. January 23rd, 1992, on the Dennis Miller Show, who I'm starting to teeter already, Sean Young, who's going to make me fall over weak at the knees, was on talking about some horrible B-grade movie, Love Kills, I think is the title, that she started having to make after her whole Catwoman stuff and all her behavioral issues. She was pretty, normal in this interview. And she talked about the Catwoman junk and the James Wood stuff and Hollywood and the people in power making the rules. Those darn people. Power people. Rules people. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go.
Welcome back. You've seen my first guest tonight in the films Blade Runner, No Way Out, and her new film, Love Crimes. Please welcome Sean Young. You know what, Sean?
Nice deco outfit
Yeah.
in here. Yeah.
You dig this thing?
Yeah, I dig it. Looks good.
Yeah. Y'all just got here right a few minutes ago, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
What a cool life.
420, I'm sorry.
What a cool life, blowing down La Brea in your limo late. Who cares? And now we're doing the show.
I was really nervous.
Wow.
It wasn't so cool.
Ladies, once a month, I want you to do that.
I was a little nervous.
Because only a trained expert knows where to look exactly. So, you know what I'm going to do tonight, because I'm sure you're really bored. We won't talk about Jimmy Woods at all.
Thank
Because it's
you.
such a drag. I mean, it's, people meet, people go bump in the night. It gets weird sometimes, you know. Everybody moves on.
Sometimes people don't go bump in the night, and it gets even weirder.
Yeah? Well, I think you've just told us everything. But it is weird the way Führer seems to
Surround me.
follow. Well, you know, it's weird. And I often wonder, I look at you, and I've seen you on a lot of talk shows, and I think, does she hate it? Or is there a perverse party at the center that kind of, you know, somehow some people love living in the maelstrom sort of thing? Or do you just hate it?
No, golly. No, I guess I expect it now. I've kind of grown used to it. I compare it to, like, being a soldier. You sort of go into battle, and it's not the most comfortable thing for you, but you get wiser, stronger, and braver, and more courageous as you go along. And Hollywood is such an honest and, you know, beautiful place filled with such wonderful people that, you know, I guess I just stick out in some way.
Yeah, but you know, it's really no grimmer than any town. I mean, if you think about it, I always always hear that about Hollywood. And God, I've met some nice people here. It can turn ugly.
I've met a lot, mostly nice people.
Yeah.
But they're all in the crew. They're all like the working people, you know what I mean? Usually people in positions of power, you know, they get, like, intimidated if you don't take any crap.
Well, it can't, you know, yeah, the higher-ups can get weird sometimes,
Yeah,
but you have to remember that everybody here lives, like, day to day. I mean, it's so weird. They check those numbers in the morning. They check those grosses.
I never check numbers.
No?
I mean, I just can't even relate to numbers like
Yeah.
that. Although, I'm really hoping y'all go see Love Crimes, because I'm going to go. I'm going to check out the
we're
numbers
just
on
complete
this one, you
hippies
know?
over here. And we're in Marin
I never
County.
did check out numbers, but seeing how numbers seem to be so important to so many people here, you know, you kind of get overwhelmed with the responsibility of all that blockbuster mentality. You
Yeah,
know?
I think the best way to look at LA is just like a company town. You know, there's a product here. They like to put it out, and it gets, and all the press that's attendant to it, it can get weird when it turns on you. I think that's what's happened to you. And, you know,
I tell you, I get a lot of fan mail, and I get a lot of people who give me support and encouragement, and I am surrounded by people who I work with who are also really supportive. There's a handful of little Hollywood phonies that maybe have a problem with me, but that's not the whole world.
Right.
You know, that's a few people.
Well,
So,
even the
like,
Catwoman thing got weird, right? I was just reading. Now, I always thought, I had heard this story. It kind of comes on on the grapevine. She showed up in a Catwoman outfit. And that
What
didn't
did you
even
hear?
happen.
What did you hear?
I just, you wanted the part, and
Yeah.
you showed up in a Catwoman outfit, and they wouldn't let you in or something.
Yeah,
But
is that so terrible?
no, but you didn't even dress like Catwoman, did you? Or you
Well,
just
I had a little
you dressed
cat-
kind of
I had
slinky?
like cat makeup on. The first interview was for Tim Burton. I wanted him to meet me, and he wouldn't. He like hid under the desk, you know. And so what I can't what I can't understand about that situation was like it was totally Catwoman of me. He just didn't get it, you know. And plus, I had been cast in the first Batman, and before, about a week before we did the production, I was asked to get on this horse, and I ended up falling off and hurting myself, breaking part of my arm.
And then Keaton got the thing.
No, he was already.
And then Kim
So
Basinger
I
got
really
the part.
felt like 5 minutes of his time was not a lot to ask, seeing that he
He
had
really hid under his desk?
You know, well, that's what I was told, you know.
Jesus.
Or, I mean, that he hid. But, you know, I think that that's kind of like part of that Hollywood mentality, which should change. People should be human beings regardless of the amount of success that, you know, drops on top of them.
Now, have you come to this insight from the School of Hard Knocks, or did you have this all the way along?
I think I've had a good time all along, and
Yeah?
I've treated people well all
Yeah.
along. And if somebody that I've gotten angry with, it's because I've been incited to, you know.
Well, you know what? I will tell you this. When I read these stories about anybody, I often think, I'm like anybody. Human beings read stories. There's that perverse, I think it's called, the Germans call it Schadenfreude, that vague.
Huh? What?
There's a thing called Schadenfreude. It's like a vague pleasure you take in other people's misery, and I think human beings have that. But you know what? I don't really think I know anything about you. When I'm finished those articles, I go, oh, shit, it seems weird, and then you think, how do you know any of that exists? So I think most people think that. I don't think everybody's out there.
I have that feeling, too, that there's a lot of support out there for me.
You kind of read it, and it delights you, but you don't really know. Hey, we're going to take a commercial. We'll be right back after this.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Budweiser. Nothing beats a Bud.
Thank you. We're back with actress Sean Young. Now you have a new film, Love Crimes, and it's with that, I think that guy's good. He's spooky, isn't he? Bergen.
Yeah.
And I saw Patrick Bergen was the guy in the
Sleeping with the Enemy.
Sleeping with the
Yeah,
Enemy.
with Julia.
And what's this one
Yeah.
about? Tell him.
Well, I played Dana Greenway, and she's an assistant DA, and she sort of gets obsessed with this guy who has a pattern of these women who press charges against him and end up dropping the charges, and he impersonates a famous photographer sort of to manipulate them and becomes intimate with them, and the women are sort of caught in a very gray area, which is they do engage in sex with him a lot of times, but then they feel responsible for it later on, and so they drop the charges. And there's a lot of Dana's...
And my favorite shade of gray, by the way.
It's a very European kind of film,
Yes.
actually. It's not real straightforward, because she has all these memories from her childhood that sort of become unleashed as she goes after this guy, which she does outside of the police, you know, force. She sort of pretends all of a sudden that she's a cop, and then gets caught by him and thrown in this closet, and all these things start to happen to her, become available to her memory when she was a little kid. And
Big closet. Big closet.
Yeah. And it's kind of scary for her. So
Well, can we take a peek at it here?
Yeah.
Can we? This is a clip from Love Crimes. Whoop. Okay. Yeah. Now,
Did we miss something?
did we stay on the clip too long freezing, or did you actually
I
break
just
your
went
neck
like
there
this
and we're
and
kind of just
suddenly went,
stuck?
yeah, I think they're really going for that commercial thing in this movie. They've cut it, you know, very commercially. And at that particular time in the film, she breaks out of the closet by banging on it, and she waits for him and gets the old knife, and she wants to kill him. And there are things about her character that aren't totally together as well.
The knife
you know?
thing
Yeah,
being
that
one of
knife thing. Well, she's protecting herself, or so she thinks, although she did follow him there in the first place, so...
Well, when
you
you're
know.
on the first date and the Ginsu comes on, you know you're on a very funky roll at that moment. You're married now, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I saw the ring there. What's your hubby about? He's an actor too, right?
And a singer. A very
Oh,
good
yeah?
singer, yeah.
And you tap dance?
Yeah.
You guys ever
yeah.
put little shows down on the TV room?
I love tap dancing. Gregory Hines and I are on a board of the American Tap Dance Orchestra.
There's an American tap dance
Yeah.
orchestra, and you guys sit on the board?
Yeah, we sit there on this board.
That's
yeah,
that's a really specific honor.
Well, you know, though, it really is.
I'm
Because I want to tell you, tap dancing is the only indigenous form in American dance. It's the only form that we have made ourselves. Everything else was imported besides
about the
American
limbo?
Indian dancing.
Well, the limbo
Maybe the
is
limbo.
from...
No, I don't think so.
I got you
You
there.
might be right. I
Come
don't
on.
know, the limbo. So that's like
You
a
all
Frankie
remember the limbo,
Avalon
don't you?
thing,
Guys would
right?
have those door hinges put in at their knee when you
like-
just go back and somebody light the bamboo pole and put it on the Coke bottles. I'm going under, damn it. Maybe it's just me. What's the Thank you. It's my first week. You're so
You guys
kind.
are
Anything I
great.
say, yeah, Dennis, where he's hung out there. Let's come. And you live in Sedonia? No,
Sedona. Say
Sedona.
that. Sedona. There you
I'm
go.
sorry. We had Diane Ladd on last night. She lives there, too.
Yeah.
Real peaceful, spiritual place?
Well, they say it's spiritual. It is a very beautiful place. You know, I mean, startlingly beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, Shang. It's nice, Shang. I called you Shang. I called you Shang. Reverend Sun Ming Moon, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after this. Thank you, Shang.
I'm sorry.
If you're going to be in Los Angeles and would like to attend a taping of the Dennis Miller Show, please drop us a note. Care of the Dennis Miller Show, Post Office Box 8160, Universal City, California 91608, or call us at 818.
Thanks for watching Cleveland Live Music. It's awfully bright out here. I'd click on another one of my videos. Quit looking into the sun. Your mother told you not to do that. Please hit the subscribe button. And if you want to support the channel more, there's GoFundMe and Patreon information in the video descriptions. Ooh, ooh!